You are now listening to Hoardganize with Professional Organizer and Extreme Cleaner Rachel Seavey. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Rachel shares organizing tips and hacks. Rachel combines her experience, expertise, and compassion to help people learn new methods on how to deal with overwhelming clutter. Her media appearances include The Hoarders Show, the CBS Sunday Morning Show, and the Lady Brain Show. Take it away, Rachel.
Hey, collectors! Welcome to episode 6. Thank you so much for joining. Congratulations! You are officially more than halfway through our decluttering program. Way to go! This is the first part, the second half of our program called What Now? Once you have all of your basic tools down and you've generated some bags, what the heck do you do now with everything? If you still feel like you need help making decisions and you're not quite sure how to declutter, I recommend listening to episodes 1 through 5 as many times as you need until you feel like you have it down. I want you entering this episode, number 6, with complete confidence. So, in this episode, I will be covering your important stuff bag. When you declutter, you are going to come across important things that you're going to have to handle immediately after your session. Now, this might be a phone number or an unpaid bill. I want you to try to not call the phone number or look online until you are done with that session for the day. Now, I know that urge is strong. You want to handle it right now, especially my ADD clients. But you have dedicated this time, you've marked it on your calendar, you've shown up, and this is time to save your home and your life, which should actually be your priority. Also, if you're only decluttering the recommended 15 minutes at a time, I'm sure you can wait several minutes before you have to make that phone call. Now, if it's an absolute emergency, grab your phone. You should have it next to you at all times so that you don't get up if you need it. And this I covered in episode 1. And go ahead and quickly handle your phone call and just try your very best to not let it distract you or slow you down. Another common item you might be putting into your important bag is money, moolah, gift cards, cash, change. After each session, make sure that you put your money away. It might not actually have a place to live yet, so this could be in your wallet, in a piggy bank, in an old Alhambra water container, wherever. Try and do this after each session. If you find you're coming across a lot of money, change, bills, or gift cards, find a container that's sturdy close by and start putting it all together. If you're using a paper bag, it will rip through. And you also don't want to cause disturbance to your other important items. Money can be very dirty. It's a good habit to begin. Respect your money and treat it nicely. Use it wisely. Put it away. Don't just throw it on the floor. I can't tell you how many handfuls and jars and bottles and boxes and bins that I have personally filled with money. Another example is a passport or some sort of vital document. Technically, at the moment, you don't have a designated spot for it because your house is still a mess. So I suggest just keep it in your important container and label the heck out of it. Grab your Sharpie and make sure you write down the contents and the date immediately. You might have several items that you want to do this with. For example, a passport, a phone number, an important item for work. Think about it. It actually might be safer in that labeled container than being unleashed into the clutter again. As you keep working through your home, make sure that you keep your important containers staged in a specific area of the home. Don't just leave them out and around, they will get lost in the chaos. Find an area that you can remember and that's easy to access. It might not be pretty, but right now your house is a mess, so just go ahead and find a corner in your kitchen, your closet, whatever feels good to you. Put all of your important bags or containers there, and of course, make sure they're all labeled and just stage them there. That way, if you're looking for something important and you're still in the decluttering process, you're going to have at least an area that it could be in. I'd like to remind you it is okay to have multiple important containers stacked in a pile in the corner. This is only temporary, especially my dear OCD collectors. I know it's not perfect, but we have a long way to go. Ultimately, in the long run, in the future, I am sure you're not including a corner full of containers labeled important. Right now, we're taking it step by step, one day at a time, and in the future, those important items will have a home, I promise. Until next time, collectors, and remember, happiness is a place between too little and too much. Stay tuned for episode 7 and now the What Now half of our series. I will be discussing what to do with all of your keep bags that you have generated once you've moved through the home. Lastly, I'd like to apologize that I have not been that consistent with the podcast. I do plan on making sure it comes out every Sunday. Thank you so much for the people that are actually listening that were disappointed that I did not record last weekend. It was my birthday weekend and I should have recorded beforehand. So that's my excuse. Thank you so much for tuning in, and Super Dave, take it away.
Thanks for tuning in to Hoardganize with Rachel Seavey. Listen every Sunday at 6 p.m. or watch on Collector Care's YouTube channel. Rachel is the owner of Collector Care Professional Organizers and Extreme Cleaners located in sunny Northern California. Her passion is helping those overwhelmed with clutter, and she regularly speaks to families, local agencies, and the public about chronic disorganization and hoarding disorder. Her popular Affirmations for Collectors download can be found on iTunes or Amazon. Sign up for her blog and receive 7 tips for clutter-free living at collectorcare.com.